All right. I hope everyone can hear me. Hi, you guys. I am in the carpool line at this time waiting for my son to get out, and I thought I would do a quick video. What's the matter? Hopefully I can do it. I do have two out of my three kids here with me, one of which is begging for snacks. So, I'm going to try to keep this video as quick and simple as possible. Basically, what I want to say is I'm talking to my mothers here. This video is for my moms, as you can read in the caption below. This video is to talk about mothers who are struggling with choosing between a career and being a full-time mom. So I'm just going to share my story and what I've experienced and learned. I'm a mother of three kids. My oldest is 4. I have a 4-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 1-year-old. And about 4 years ago, when I first became a mom, I was working full-time, and I only had one son, so I would work full-time and come home and literally exhausted. So I did a lot of one-on-one time with my oldest. Thank the Lord, I did push through, because if you're like me, I am like a mom over everything. Like, I take that role very seriously. I know personally the effects of not having proper parenting as a child and what type of adult you're raising. I, for one, never wanted to be that parent that was not available for my children when I needed to be. Like, I've literally deactivated all social media accounts just to be more present and more involved with my kids and as they are growing. Being a mom of 3 children for the past 4 years now, I've learned that kids really are what they see and what they are around. You can tell someone, you can tell your children how to behave till you're blue in the face. That is just part of the process. You also have to actually be that person you're encouraging them to be. And so the last thing I want my kids to see is that their mother decided to be busy taking care of everything else, and when it came down to parenting them, I gave them sloppy seconds, or what was left over, the leftover me, right? And so again, when I was working, that's pretty much what would happen, because I would be so burnt out trying to come home, manage the household. I am a married woman, so I also take care of my husband's needs. I also take care of my husband's needs as well as my children. But I never wanted my children to feel like they are second. So I struggled with just determining whether or not I wanted to quit my job or leave my job and become a full-time stay-at-home mom. So what happened was I ended up doing that. I ended up leaving my job with my first child, and I became a stay-at-home mom for a little while. I became bored with that, and I started to get a little depressed because I was not out in the workforce making money, helping my husband. And also, just being where we were financially placed a burden and a stressor on me to want to make money, because we didn't make enough. Just living off of my husband's income. So I ended up going back to work, and then I stopped again. It's been like an ongoing process for me, y'all. I'm telling you, I struggled with this, because I actually had to go to God on what it was He wanted me to focus on, because I have so many business ventures, so many ideas, so many things I am capable of achieving in this world. And being a mom of small children really requires you to be present all the time. Like, the only free time I get is when my children are taking their naps. Wait 1 minute, Jojo, okay? One second, y'all. Let me get her something to entertain her. Look at those books. Yeah, what do you see in that book, girl? You want one, Milton? You want a book? So, I'm sorry, I don't know where I left off, but basically, y'all, I had to go to God on this, and I'm like, Lord, what is it that you want me to do? You called me to be a mom to three beautiful, healthy children who are thriving. I homeschool my kids, and they are so smart, and it shows. It literally shows right now the difference. Um, just with me being home with them, and I get up, I build a routine. We go out, we do story times, we do different just kids events around in the neighborhood. I mean, in the area, and it's powerful for one because being an African American woman, that is something I do not see where I'm at. I'm in Louisiana, and we you don't see many African Americans out with their children. Like when I'm out at story times, doing the library time, computer time with my kids, I may see one or even I may look up to see two. Um, African American families. It's majority all other races, and so that does something to me because it makes me wonder. Okay, well, where are our kids? Are they all stuck in daycares? Are their parents not able to spend this time with them due to the finances? It's confirmation to me that there's a lot of work to be done when it comes down to just being equal racially. And it's also reassuring to me of how blessed I am because there are a lot of parents who are not fortunate to be home with their children. And it's unfortunate for children to not be able to spend time with their parents and to have to be raised by others. So that's something that sticks with me. Like I say, I've already noticed the difference in my children and other children, just by being able to be with them and take them to different places, letting them be mixing and mingling with different races and different cultures and backgrounds. It's truly an amazing, remarkable experience, and you are truly molding amazing adults. And so my message to this woman listening to my video right now, if you're struggling between being a stay-at-home mom and focusing on your career, I'm here to tell you, my sister, that there is no greater role or joy than to be humble enough to focus on being the best mother you can be to your baby. You may not see the rewards right now, but you will definitely see them in your children as they become older. Um, don't beat yourself up about careers because I know we all want to have money, we all want to live these fancy lives. But again, the most remarkable, priceless thing that you can do is to be a woman of integrity, a woman that is confident in what she's doing, and a mother to those babies because our babies did not ask to come here. They look for us to provide them and set them up the right way. So it's our responsibility to set our children up. We cannot just throw our children out in these schools and expect the teachers and others to nurture and love our babies as we would love and nurture our babies. And so that brings me so much joy to know, for one, I even have that opportunity because my mother did not have that opportunity. I was a child who was in daycare from 6 weeks on out. Like, I don't even remember my mom bringing me to the library. And so the fact that I'm able to sit down, bring my children to the library, read books with them, allow them to explore the computers and just being in the story times and mixing and mingling with the different race and different cultures and other children, it's amazing feeling to me. I'm always literally like the youngest person in the room wherever we are, and as a minority, I'm always one of the 2 or 3 minority families in the room. And so it just speaks so much volume to me. I'm so thankful that my husband has given me this opportunity to be home with the children. Like I said, I struggled with it for a while because I wanted to get back in the workforce and help, be able to help my husband out and bring him home. And we're still working on those ways to do that because it's 2022. I mean, you can literally work from home for a few hours and make a lot, make a decent living. So we're not really even living in those times where you have to be really away from your kids in order to provide for your kids financially. So I strongly urge mothers, women to, not feel guilty about being a stay-at-home mom or just focusing on your children for the time being. It's not the end of the world. And sometimes what we plan for ourselves, God has a different plan. And our timing is different from his timing. So don't rush God's timing. Trust God's timing. Stay doing what you're doing, mama. Love those children. Nurture those babies. Give them the best of you. I promise you won't be disappointed. And I promise your opportunity to shine in your career is right around the corner. So I'm going to leave you guys with this famous quote. The days are long, the years are short. Enjoy your babies. Mold them while they're young. Instill in them the principles. Show them who you want to be, that person you want them to be. And happy mothering. Enjoy the process. As always, you guys stay tuned and be on the lookout for any upcoming videos I may have. I just play around with this YouTube thing. I'm not even consistent with it, guys. Again, my main focus is my children, my home, my family.